Hey guys, welcome to JPT. I'm Carson G and this is Just Plain Tech. Today's video is going to be a little bit more interesting. Today is a studio tour. Now, one of you guys, thank you so much by the way, asked me to make this video and I thought, that's a good idea. It has been a very long time since I've made a studio tour, and the studio has changed a lot since I made that last tour. So, let's take a look at some of the changes. I just had one desk.
Okay, so to start off, I have 3 computers. That desktop right there is my siblings, it's not mine. But other than that, I have 3 laptops. So this one is my Chromebook, which also runs 5 other operating systems. So I used to record my videos on this Chromebook on Chrome OS, but then I figured my phone, which is what I'm using right now, had a better camera, but I still use this one for thumbnails for my videos. I use a software called Color Paint. Right here. So yeah, I use that software to make thumbnails for my videos. This one, I just kind of use this one for music and a lot of screen recordings when I'm doing my videos. So yeah, and then
an old laptop with 1 GB of RAM, an old 32-bit blah 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 processor, and I was doing my video editing on that thing, and it was not optimal for video editing. I mean, you could type on it, but it didn't do video editing well at all.
This one is where I edit my videos using Pitivi. I'll show you. And then this is where I check my YouTube channel analytics. I also upload my videos here on this computer. So yeah. And sometimes I use this webcam for videos. Sometimes when I can't use my phone for whatever reason, sometimes it's just I have to, maybe I'm taking a video that my phone's gonna be in, so I can't use my phone to take a video of my phone. So yeah, I usually plug that in to this computer. So I also use this computer for that. So yeah. So what I do with this computer is I take a picture of myself in the thumbnail, then I edit it. So that's what it ends up looking like. So yeah, this is my YouTube setup.
So really, since that time I've gotten 2 new computers. This one, which is actually an old computer that we had in the garage that broke down. It's a pretty powerful computer, except it didn't have a hard drive, so I just slapped in a 2 terabyte 7200 RPM, 256 megs of cache hard disk drive in here, and I put 3 operating systems, each with 500 gigs, and then a inter-system NTFS partition with 500 gigs, and this thing is working great. 8 gigabytes of RAM, 64-bit quad-core i5. I'm really proud of it. I mean, it would have been sitting in the garage if I hadn't gotten that hard drive for it. Now it's a really great computer. So this is my main PC number 1. And then this computer over here, I just got this computer as of yesterday. So this is actually a Raspberry Pi. By the way, if you guys like Raspberry Pi, which is a single board computer that, as you can see, fits in your hand real easily. If you guys like the Raspberry Pi and you want to see videos on that, stay tuned, because I will have a lot of videos coming out in the future, and probably starting next week, of, you know, operating systems to run things to do on the Raspberry Pi. Right now I'm actually testing out Android on it, and I must say there are a few bugs I found. Obviously Android is still in its testing stage and everything on the Raspberry Pi, but it is working very well. Like, I can run Geometry Dash, Crossy Road, and Hill Climb Racing. That's about all you need, right? Why else would you get Android on there to do anything but to run Geometry Dash? I mean, come on, let's be honest. I also have a 1 terabyte hard drive and a 128 gig SD card that's in there, and I'm gonna multi-boot probably 2 or 3 different operating systems on here. And I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that. Alright, and then I film with this light right here, and then there's a little holder right on here where I put the phone right here, and there we go. That's how I film my videos. I'm planning on getting a better camera in the future, but I simply don't have the budget for it right now. And then, yeah, there's some other stuff. So here's my Xbox 360. I've done a couple videos with that thing. That's my 3DS. It's downloading, or it's trying to download Super Mario Maker, but, you know, yeah, and this is just extra stuff that kind of winds up there. I'm kind of a slob sometimes. So, yeah. Not the biggest studio, but I'm also the only person that uses it, so it's pretty great. I'm gonna log on to this computer and I'm gonna show you how I make my videos. Let's do that. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and plug in the phone. So I use, for those of you who didn't know, I use Linux as a daily driver. I do not use Windows at all, or Mac OS. I fully run on Linux, and I get by just fine with it. It does everything I need it to do, and it's great. I wouldn't use Windows at all. I used to use Windows, and it didn't meet my needs for what I needed it to do, so Linux is really great. So I could be on one of 3 operating systems, which are 3 different Linux distributions on this computer. I have Farron OS, Linux Mint, and Elementary OS. So I have to have an inter-system partition, which is about 500 gigabytes, and I have it bookmarked here. So if I go to inter-system, and then I store everything in the JPT folder, and then I go to temporary videos. That's like the videos before they're put together and everything. So I was doing one that's like an easy explanation on Ubuntu. Now let me see if I can, one of these videos has got to be it. I'll just need to find it. No, that one's not anything. Well, I'm also doing that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in a folder. CD rip vid. We'll just call it that. We'll put it in there. Go ahead and copy it over. Alright, let's see what this one is. That was also the end of that video right there. And then, so that's the CD rip video. Now the other ones I actually have on here. So now if I go to not InterSystem, they're in my videos. So I think they were Yeah, I think it was that one was also, and then this one was the beginning. So that one was cut in 2 halves. So, yep. There we go. We'll go ahead and paste that in there. And then, so if I screen recorded a video, I'd also do that. And now we would go to, I made an easy introduction to Ubuntu. So I'll just do EE Ubuntu. And we'll go ahead in that one. See what this video is. I think this is probably it. Yeah, that's it. So I think that's all in one video, and I just have to cut that down really. So once that copy's over, now I'm going to open my video editor, which alright, so now that that's copied over, we'll go ahead and do that video first. So I'm gonna go open up Pitivi, which is my video editor. And we'll just do a new project. Now if we go over here and we go to project settings, I always set it to HD 1080p 30 FPS. There we go. Now if we import, we go to JPT temporary videos, EE Ubuntu, we'll paste that in. And then I have a separate intro for easy explanation videos, so I'll go ahead and use that intro. First I'll go ahead and paste this in. There we go. We'll cut it right about there. Alright, this is it when the video is all edited and ready to be rendered. So that's the beginning. I've got my intro there, and then right here, sometimes like I put words on the screen right here, so I did that. A little subscribe video in the corner. And you know, this is an introduction to Ubuntu, so you know, just some visuals and screenshots here and there. And then I don't know if you can hear that, but I also put the soundtrack. Simple and easy to navigate. So Ubuntu has 2 different types of releases. So yeah, there's some soundtrack in the background that I put right here, and then at the end phases out into a subscribe thing. Now the effects don't always play at full speed, so, but it does when you render it, so it's fine. So you know, we'll save that, and then we'll go render. It puts in the completed videos, and we'll just name it EE Ubuntu video. We'll just click render, and that will probably take about 15 minutes to render. Alright, now that that's done, we can go ahead and close this out. So now I need to make my thumbnail. So first I need to take a picture of the thumbnail. Cut this part out. Alright, so now I just took the image for the thumbnail, which is that. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So now we'll go over here into the JPT folder, thumbnails, and I'll go ahead and drag and drop it right there. Now we'll eject the phone. Alright. Now we're going to open this in GIMP. And for those of you who don't know, GIMP is basically an alternative to Photoshop for Linux, and it's free and open source. So I'm just gonna cut myself out right here. Press I on the keyboard and it gives you to this little intelligent scissors tool right here, and just basically put the points in, it automatically cuts it. Oh, that one didn't work very well, so I'll just do undo. And I'll go ahead and... Still doesn't want to go there. There we go. Sometimes there are little things like that. That one's like cutting off half my thumb. There we go. Oh my gosh. Here, I'll go ahead and zoom in on that and make this a little bit easier. Alright, there we go. That was a little outside. We'll go at that point right there. There we go. I'll bring this down over here. And we will do enter. Now, to remove the background, I go to transparency, add alpha channel. Then I go to select, invert. Now I press the delete key on my keyboard. And then just to crop it and make it a little bit easier for me, I do image, crop to content. Now I'm just going to export it, just override it. Now I can close that out. We don't have to save the changes. Now if we go back to our inner system partition, JPT, thumbnails, there it is right there, the cutout image. Looks kind of bad. I'm not the best at it, but once you size it down, they won't even notice. So we'll go to backgrounds, and which one do I want to use right here? I'll probably do, I think this one. So those are like the colors that Ubuntu uses. So I'll go ahead and I'll paste that. We'll go ahead and open it in Color Paint now. Just one of the background templates that I have. And then I'll go ahead and paste that right in there. It's going to be way too big at first. So we're going to have to use the Shift key to evenly size it down. There we go. So we'll just put that on the side right there, and I think I'm going to go over here. Do this. You know, we'll just make a. Oh no. Reverse those. There we go. I think we'll make that yellow actually. Go right here. That's a little bit too close to my face. There we go. There's a little bit of space. Easy. And this is supposed to be at 150 size, but I sized it down earlier because I was doing something. And the square is a little bit too big, so I'll go ahead and make it a little bit smaller this time. Okay, probably about that. There we go. That fits a little bit better. And for explanation, I think I'll do this. Except, no. Explanation is a huge word, so probably have to do like that. X. There we go. Explanation. We'll go ahead and it kind of fits. We'll size that down to 145. I think that, yeah, that will probably fit a little bit better. There we go. And now I'll turn this to orange. And right down here, we will change the font from Deja Vu Sans or whatever. And there's so many fonts on here. I'll go all the way down. You know, I'll just type it in. There's a font called Ubuntu, so I'll use that font to type in the word Ubuntu. Because that looks like the actual Ubuntu font right there. We'll make that bold. No, keep it like that. There we go. Now we'll go ahead and save this. Now if we close this out and go back here, by the way, I have a shuffling wallpaper. Changes every 5 minutes, so I'm not switching computers or switching my wallpapers. It just does that automatically. So now if we open that up, there's our thumbnail. And now we just have to upload it to YouTube. Okay. I'll do select files and we'll go, of course, here, JPT, completed videos, EEE, Ubuntu, whatever. Ubuntu easy explanation. I'll go ahead and get back to you when this is finished. Alright, so finished everything here, got the thumbnail, description, I put the chapters and everything. So now we're gonna go to next. Here, I'll just turn that on. All this, I just go down and click that. And right here, I just have the same end screen for pretty much every video. So I'm just gonna paste that right there. Wait, why is it all the way at the beginning? Yeah. Do that. There we go. And add cards or something right at the beginning, I think. So now I'll go right here and I'll put that video in. So there we go. Now that we put that in, now we'll put most of them at the end. I'll just keep going back. Install Linux Mint. And maybe here, if they're confused, not confused, if they're convinced, we'll post a link to the video on how to easily install Ubuntu. And we'll do that. Then we'll save. Okay, now visibility. We're going to schedule. Here, I don't know why it says members only, because I don't even have memberships, but whatever. We'll go up to here, and on the calendar we'll switch this. This will be Monday's video, so we'll put that on July 5th. With July 5th is Monday, right? Yep. And we'll upload it at, say, about 9 o'clock a.m. Do that. There we go. Now we press schedule. And there we go. That's it. So, that's it. Studio tour and how I make my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know if you liked this video or if you didn't like this video. And if you have any recommendations, please let me know down below. Anyway, we'll see you next time.